The ASEAN Charter. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations ASEAN was established on 8 August 1967. The member states of the association are Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, PDO, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. The ASEAN Secretariat is based in Jakarta, Indonesia. Charter of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Preamble. We, the peoples of the member states of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations ASEAN, as represented by the head of state or government of Brunei Darussalam, the Kingdom of Cambodia, the Republic of Indonesia, the Lao People Democratic Republic, Malaysia, the Union of Myanmar, the Republic of the Philippines, the Republic of Singapore, the Kingdom of Thailand, and the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Noting with certification the significant achievements and expansion of ASEAN since its establishment in Bangkok through the promulgation of the ASEAN Declaration. Recalling the decisions to establish an ASEAN Charter in the Vientiane Action Program, the Kuala Lumpur Declaration on the establishment of the ASEAN Charter and the Cebu Declaration on the blueprint of the ASEAN Charter. Mindful of the existence of mutual interest and in the interdependence among the peoples and member states of ASEAN, which are bound by geography, common objectives, and shared destinies. Inspired by and united under one vision, one identity, and one caring and sharing communities. United by a common desire and collective will to live in a region of lasting peace, security, and stability, sustain economic growth, share prosperity, and social progress, and to promote our vital interests, ideals, and aspirations. Respecting the fundamental importance of amity and cooperation, the principle of sovereignty, equality, territorial integrity, non-interference, consensus, and unity in diversity. Adhering to the principles of democracy and the rule of law and good governance, respect for and protection of human rights and fundamental freedoms. Resolved to ensure sustainable development for the benefit of present and future generations and to place the well-being, livelihood, and welfare of the people at the center of the ASEAN community building process. Convinced of the need to strengthen existing bonds of regional solidarity to realize an ASEAN community that is politically cohesive, economically integrated, and socially responsible in order to effectively respond to current and future challenges and opportunities. Committed to intensifying community building through enhanced regional cooperation and integration, in particular by establishing an ASEAN community comprising the ASEAN security communities, the ASEAN economic community, and the ASEAN socio-cultural community as provided for in the Bali Declaration of ASEAN Concord II. Hereby decide to establish through these charters the legal and institutional framework for ASEAN, and to this end, the head of state of or government of the member state of ASEAN assembled in Singapore on the historic occasion of the 40th anniversary of the founding of ASEAN ASEAN agree to these charters. Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Purposes and Principles. Article 1. Purposes. The purposes of ASEAN are: Number 1. To maintain and enhance peace, security and stability, and future strengthen peace-oriented values in the region. Number 2. To enhance regional resilience by promoting greater political, security, economic, and socio-cultural cooperation. Number 3. To preserve Southeast Asia as nuclear weapons-free zone and free of all other weapons of mass destruction. Number 4. To ensure that the people and member states of ASEAN live in peace with the world at large in a just, democratic, and harmonious environment. Number 5. To create a single market and production base with a stable, prosperous, highly competitive, and economically integrated with effective facilitation for trade and investment, in which there is free flow of goods, services, and investment, facilitated a movement of business persons, professional talents, and labor, and freer flow of capital. Number 6. To alleviate poverty and narrow the development gap within ASEAN through mutual assistance and cooperation. Number 7. To strengthen democracy, enhance good governance and the rule of law, and to promote and protect human rights and fundamental freedoms with due regard to the rights and responsibility of the member states of ASEAN. Number 8. To respond effectively in accordance with the principle of comprehensive security to all forms of threats, transnational crime, and transboundary challenges. Number 9. To promote sustainable development so as to ensure the protection of the region, environment, the sustainability of its natural resources, the preservation of its cultural heritage, and the high quality of life of its people. Number 10. To develop human rights resources. To develop human resources through closer cooperation in education and lifelong learning, and in science and technology for the empowerment of the peoples of ASEAN and for the strengthening of the ASEAN communities. Number 11. To enhance the well-being and livelihood of the people of ASEAN by providing them with equitable access to opportunity for human development, social welfare, and justice. Number 12. To strengthen cooperation in building a safe, secure, and drug-free environment for the people of ASEAN. Number 13. To promote the people-oriented ASEAN in which all sectors of society are encouraged to participate in and benefit from the process of ASEAN integration and community building. Number 14. To promote an ASEAN identity through the fostering of greater awareness of the diverse culture and heritage of the region. And number 15. To maintain the centrality and proactive roles of ASEAN and the primary driving force in its relation and cooperation with its external partner in the regional architecture that is open, transparent, and inclusive. Article 2. principle. Number 1. In pursuit of the purposes stated in Article 1, ASEAN and its member states reaffirm and adhere to the fundamental principles contained in the Declaration, Agreement, Convention, Concord, Treaty, and other instruments of ASEAN. Number 2. ASEAN and its member states shall act in accordance with the following principles. Letter A. Respect for the independence, sovereignty, equality, territorial integrity, and national identity of all ASEAN member states. Letter B. Shared commitment and collective responsibility in enhancing regional peace, security, and prosperity. Letter C. Renunciation of aggression and of the threat or use of force or other action in any manner inconsistent with international law. Letter D. Reliance on peaceful settlement of disputes. Letter E. Non-interference in the internal affairs of ASEAN member states. Letter F. Respect for the right of every member state to lead its national existence free from external interference, subversion, and coercion. Letter G. Enhance consultation on matters seriously affecting the common interests of ASEAN. Letter A. Adherence to the rule of law, good governance, the principle of democracy, and constitutional government. Letter I. Respect for fundamental freedom, the promotion and protection of human rights, and the promotion of social justice. Letter J. Upholding the United Nations Charter and international laws, including international humanitarian laws subscribed to by ASEAN member states. Letter K. Abstention from participation in any policy or activity, including the use of its territories pursued by any ASEAN member state or non-ASEAN state or any non-state actors, which threaten the sovereignty, territorial integrity, or political and economic stability of ASEAN member states. Letter L. Respect for the different cultures, languages, and religions of the people of ASEAN, while emphasizing their common value in the spirit of unities in diversity. Letter M. The centrality of ASEAN in external political, economic, social, and cultural relations while remaining actively engaged, outward-looking, inclusive, and non-discriminatory. And letter N. Adherent to multilateral trade rules and ASEAN rule-based regime for effective implementation of economic commitments and progressive reduction towards elimination of all barriers to regional economic integration in a market-driven economy. Chapter 2. Legal Personality. Article 3. Legal Personality of ASEAN. ASEAN as an intergovernmental organization is hereby conferred legal personality. Chapter 3. Membership. Article 4. Member State. The member states of ASEAN are Brunei Darussalam, the Kingdom of Cambodia, the Republic of Indonesia, the Lao People Democratic Republic, Malaysia, the Union of Myanmar, the Republic of the Philippines, the Republic of Singapore, the Kingdom of Thailand, and the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Article 5. Rights and Application. Number 1. Member states shall have equal rights and application under this charter. Number 2. Member states shall take all necessary measures, including the enactment of appropriate domestic legislation to effectively implement the provision of this charter and to comply with all applications of membership. Number 3. In the case of a serious breach of the charter or non-compliance, the matter shall be referred to Article 20. Article 6. Admission of new members. Number 1. The procedures for application and admission to ASEAN shall be prescribed by the ASEAN Coordinating Council. Number 2. Admission shall be based on the following criteria. Letter A. Location in the recognized geographical region of Southeast Asia. Letter B. Recognition by all ASEAN member states. Letter C. Agreement to be bound and to abide by the charter. And letter D. Ability and willingness to carry out the application of membership. Number 3. Admission shall be decided by consensus by the ASEAN Summit upon the recommendation of the ASEAN Coordinating Council. Number 4. An applicant state shall be admitted to ASEAN upon signing an instrument of accession to the charters. Chapter 4. Organs. Article 7. ASEAN Summit. Number 1. The ASEAN Summit shall comprise the head of state or government of the member states. Number 2. The ASEAN Summit shall, letter A, be the supreme policy-making body of ASEAN. Letter B. Deliberate, provide policy guidance, and take decision on key issues pertaining to the realization of the objective of ASEAN, important matter of interest to member states, and all issues referred to it by the ASEAN Coordinating Council, the ASEAN Community Council, and ASEAN sectoral ministerial bodies. Letter C. Instructs the relevant minister in each of the council concerned to hold ad hoc inter-ministerial meetings to address important issues concerning ASEAN that cut across the community. Control rules or procedure for such meetings shall be adopted by the ASEAN Coordinating Council. Letter D. Address emergency situation affecting ASEAN by taking appropriate action. Letter E. Decide on matters referred to it under chapters 7 and 8. Letter F. Authorize the establishment and the dissolution of sectoral ministerial bodies and other ASEAN institutions. And letter G. Appoint the Secretary General of ASEAN with the rank and status of ministers who will serve with the confidence and at the pleasure of the head of state or government upon the recommendation of the ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting. Number 3. ASEAN Summit meetings shall be: letter A. Held twice annually and be hosted by the member state holding the ASEAN chairmanship, and letter B. Convene whenever necessary as special or ad hoc meeting to be chaired by the member state holding the ASEAN chairmanship at venue to be agreed upon by ASEAN member state. Article 8. ASEAN Coordinating Council. Number 1. The ASEAN Coordinating Council shall comprise the ASEAN foreign ministers and meets at least twice a year. Number 2. The ASEAN Coordinating Council shall: letter A. Prepare the meeting of the ASEAN Summit. Letter B. Coordinate the implementation of agreement and decision of the ASEAN Summit. Letter C. Coordinate with the ASEAN communities controls to enhance policy coherence, efficiency, and cooperation among them. Letter D. Coordinate the reports of the ASEAN Communities Council to the ASEAN Summit. Letter E. Consider the annual report of the Secretary General on the work of ASEAN. Letter F. Consider the report of the Secretary General on the function and operation of the ASEAN Secretariat and other relevant bodies. Letter G. Approve the appointment and termination of the Deputy Secretary General upon the recommendation of the Secretary General. And letter 8. Undertakes other tasks provided for in this charter or such other function as may be assigned by the ASEAN Summit. Number 3. The ASEAN Coordinating Council shall be supported by the relevant senior official. Article 9. ASEAN Community Council. Number 1. The ASEAN Community Council shall comprise the ASEAN Political Security Community Council, ASEAN Economic Community Council, and ASEAN Socio-Cultural Community Council. Number 2. Each ASEAN Community Council shall have under its purview the relevant ASEAN sectoral ministerial bodies. Number 3. A member state shall designate its national representation for each ASEAN Community Council meeting. Number 4. In order to realize the objectives of each of the 3 pillars of the ASEAN community, each ASEAN Community Council shall: letter A. Ensure the implementation of the relevant decision of the ASEAN Summit. Letter B. Coordinate the work of different sectors under its purview and on issues which cut across the other community council. And letter C. Submit report and recommendation to the ASEAN Summit on matters under its purviews. Number 5. Each ASEAN Community Council shall meet at least twice a year and shall be chaired by the appropriate ministers from the member state holding the ASEAN chairmanship. Number 6. Each ASEAN Community Council shall be supported by the relevant senior official. Article 9. ASEAN sectoral ministerial bodies. Number 1. ASEAN sectoral ministerial bodies shall, letter A, function in accordance with them respective established mandates. Letter B, implement the agreement and decision of the ASEAN Summit under their respective purviews. Letter C, strengthen coordination in their respective fields in support of ASEAN integration and community building. And letter D, submit report and recommendation to their respective community council. Number 2. Each ASEAN sectoral ministerial body may have under its purviews the relevant senior official and subsidiary bodies to undertake its function as contained in Annex 1. The next may be updated by the Secretary General of ASEAN upon the recommendation of the Committee of Permanent Representatives without resource to the provision on amendment under its charters. Article 11. Secretary General of ASEAN and ASEAN Secretariat. Number 1. The Secretary General of ASEAN shall be appointed by the ASEAN Summit for a non-renewable term of office of 5 years, selected from among nationals of the ASEAN member states based on alphabetical rotation, with due consideration to integrity, capabilities, and professional experience and gender equality. The Secretary General shall, letter A, carry out the duty and responsibility of this high office in accordance with the provision of this charter and relevant ASEAN instrument, protocol, and established practices. Letter B, facilitate and monitor process in the implementation of ASEAN agreement and decision and submit an annual report on the work of ASEAN to the ASEAN Summit. Letter C, participate in meetings of the ASEAN Summit, the ASEAN Community Council, the ASEAN Coordinating Council, the ASEAN sectoral ministerial bodies, and other relevant ASEAN meetings. Letter D, present the venues of ASEAN and participate in meetings with external parties in accordance with approved policy guidelines, the mandate given to the Secretary General. And letter E, recommend the appointment and termination of the Deputy Secretary General to the ASEAN Coordinating Council for approval. Number 3. The Secretary General shall also be the Chief Administrative Officer of ASEAN. Number 4. The Secretary General shall be assisted by 4 Deputy Secretary General with the rank and status of Deputy Ministers. The Deputy Secretary General shall be accountable choose the Secretary General in carrying out their functions. Number 5. The 4 Deputy Secretary Generals shall be of different nationality from the Secretary General and shall come from 4 different ASEAN member states. Number 6. The 4 Deputy Secretary General shall comprise: letter A. 2 Deputy Secretary General who will serve a non-renewable term of 3 years, selected from among nationals of the ASEAN member states based on alphabetical rotation with due consideration to integrity, qualification, competence, experience, and gender equality. And letter B. To the Deputy Secretary General who will serve a term of 3 years, which may be renewed for another 3 years. These 2 Deputy Secretary General shall be apparently recruited based on merit. Number 7. The ASEAN Secretariat shall comprise the Secretary General and such staff as may be required. Number 8. The Secretary General and the staff shall: letter A. Uphold the highest standards of integrity, efficiency, and competence in the performance of their duties. Letter B. Not seek or receive instruction from any government or external party outside of ASEAN. And letter C. Refrain from any action which might reflect on their position as ASEAN Secretariat responsible only to ASEAN. Number 9. Each ASEAN member state undertakes to respect the conclusive list ASEAN Charter of the responsibility of the Secretary General and the staff, and not to seek to influence them in the discharge of their responsibilities. Article 12. Committee of Permanent Representatives to ASEAN. Number 1. Each ASEAN member state shall appoint a permanent representative to ASEAN with the rank of ambassador based in Jakarta. Number 2. The permanent representatives collectively constitute a committee of permanent representatives which shall: letter A. Support the work of the ASEAN communities, control, and ASEAN sectoral ministerial bodies. Letter B. Coordinate with ASEAN National Secretariat and other ASEAN sectoral ministerial bodies. Letter C. Liaise with the Secretary General of ASEAN and the ASEAN Secretariat on all subjects relevant to its work. Letter D. Facilitates ASEAN cooperation with external partners. And letter E. Perform as such other functions as may be determined by the ASEAN Coordinating Council. Article 13. ASEAN National Secretariat. Each ASEAN member state shall establish an ASEAN National Secretariat which shall: letter A. Serve as the national focal point. Letter B. Be the repository of information on all ASEAN matters at the national level. Letter C. coordinate the implementation of ASEAN decisions at the national levels. Letter D. Coordinate and support the national preparation of ASEAN meetings. Letter E. Promote ASEAN identity and awareness at the national levels. And letter F. Contribute to ASEAN communities building. Article 14. ASEAN Human Rights Body. Number 1. In conformity with the purposes and principles of the ASEAN Charter relating to the promotion and protection of human rights and fundamental freedoms, ASEAN shall establish an ASEAN human rights bodies. Number 2. This ASEAN human rights body shall operate in accordance with the terms of reference to be determined by the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting. Article 15. ASEAN Foundation. Number 1. The ASEAN Foundation shall support the Secretary General of ASEAN and collaborate with the relevant ASEAN bodies to support ASEAN communities building by promoting greater awareness of the ASEAN identities, people-to-people interaction, and close collaboration among the business sectors, civil societies, academia, and other stakeholders in ASEAN. Number 2. The ASEAN Foundation shall be accountable to the Secretary General of ASEAN, who shall submit its report to the ASEAN Summit through the ASEAN Coordinating Council. Chapter 5. Entities associated with ASEAN. Article 15. Article 16. Entity associated with ASEAN. Number 1. ASEAN may engage with entities which support the ASEAN Charter, in particular its purposes and principles. These associated entities are listed in Annex 2. Number 2. Rules of procedure and criteria for engagement shall be prescribed by the Committee of Permanent Representatives upon the recommendation of the Secretary General of ASEAN. Number 3. Annex 2 may be updated by the Secretary General of ASEAN upon the recommendation of the Committee of a Permanent Representative without resource to the provision on amendments under these charters. Charter 6. Immunity and privilege. Article 17. Immunities and privilege of ASEAN. Numbers 1. ASEAN shall enjoy in the territories of the member states such immunity and privileges as are necessary for the fulfillment of its purposes. Number 2. The immunities and privileges shall be laid down in a separate agreement between ASEAN and the host member state. Article 18. Immunity and privileges of the Secretary General of ASEAN and staff of the ASEAN Secretariat. Number 1. The Secretary General of ASEAN and staff of the ASEAN Secretariat participating in official ASEAN activity of or representing ASEAN in the member state shall enjoy such immunities and privileges as are necessary of the independent exercise of their functions. Number 2. The immunities and privileges under this article shall be laid down in a separate ASEAN agreement. Article 19. Immunity and privileges of those permanent representatives and officials on ASEAN duties. Number 1. The permanent representatives of the member states to ASEAN and officials of the member state participating in official ASEAN activity or representing ASEAN in the member state shall enjoy such immunities and privileges as are necessary for the exercise for their function. Letter number 2. The immunity and privileges of the permanent representatives and officials on ASEAN duties shall be governed by the 1961 Vienna's Convention on Diplomatic Relations or in accordance with the national law of the ASEAN member state concerned. Chapter 7. Decision making. Article 20. Consultation and consensus. Number 1. As a basic principle, decision making in ASEAN shall be based on consultation and consensus. Number 2. Where consensus cannot be achieved, the ASEAN Summit may decide how a specific decision can be made. Number 3. Nothing in paragraph 1 and 2 of this article shall affect the modes of decision making as contained in the relevant ASEAN legal instruments. Number 4. In the case of a serious breach of the charters or non-compliance, the matter shall be referred to the ASEAN Summit for decision. Article 21. Implementation and procedures. Each of ASEAN Community Council shall prescribe its own rules of procedures. Number 2. In the implementation of economic commitments, formulas for flexible participation, including the ASEAN -X formulas, may be applied where there is a consensus to do so. Chapter 8. Settlement of disputes. Article 22. General principles. Number 1. Member states shall endeavor to resolve peacefully all disputes in a timely manner through dialogue, consultation, and negotiation. Number 2. ASEAN shall maintain and establish dispute settlement mechanism in all fields of ASEAN cooperation. Article 23. Good office conciliation and mediation. Number 1. Member states which are party to a dispute may at any time agree to resort to good offices conciliation or mediation in order to resolve the dispute within an agreed time limit. Number 2. Party to the dispute may request the chairman of ASEAN or the Secretary General of ASEAN acting in an ex officio capacities to provide good offices, conciliation or mediation. Article 24. Dispute settlement mechanism in specific instruments. Number 1. Dispute relating to specific ASEAN instruments shall be settled through the mechanism and procedures provided for in such instrument. Number 2. Disputes which do not concern the interpretation or application of any ASEAN instrument shall be resolved peacefully in accordance with the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia and its rules of procedures. Number 3. Where not otherwise specifically provided, a dispute which concern the interpretation or application of ASEAN economic agreements shall be settled in accordance with the ASEAN Protocol on Enhanced Dispute Settlement Mechanism. Article 25. Establishment of dispute settlement mechanism. Where not otherwise specifically provided, appropriate dispute settlement mechanism including arbitration shall be established for disputes which concern the interpretation or application of the Charter and other ASEAN instruments. Article 26. Unresolved disputes. When a dispute remains unresolved after the application of the preceding provision of this chapter, these disputes shall be referred to the ASEAN Summit for a decision. Article 27. Compliance. Number 1. The Secretary General of ASEAN, assisted by the ASEAN Secretariat or any other designated ASEAN body, shall monitor the compliance with the findings, a recommendation of decision resulting from an ASEAN dispute settlement mechanism and submit a report to the ASEAN Summit. Number 2. Any member state affected by non-compliance with the findings, a recommendation or decision resulting from the ASEAN dispute settlement mechanism may refer the matter to the ASEAN Summit for a decision. Article 28. United Nations Charters provision and others relevant international procedures. Unless otherwise provided for in these charters, member states have the right of resource to the modes of peaceful settlement contained in Article 33 of the Charter of the United Nations or any other international legal instrument at which the disputing member states are parties. Chapter 9. Budgets and Finance. Article 29. General Principles. Number 1. ASEAN shall establish financial rules and procedures in accordance with international standards. Number 2. ASEAN shall observe sound financial management policy and practices and budgetary disciplines. Number 3. Financial accounts shall be subject to internal and external audits. Article 30. Operational budgets and finances of the ASEAN Secretariat. Number 1. The ASEAN Secretariat shall be provided with the necessary financial resources to perform its function effectively. Number 2. The operational budget of the ASEAN Secretariat shall be made by ASEAN member states through equal annual contribution, which shall be remitted in a timely manner. Number 3. The Secretary General shall prepare the annual operational budget to the ASEAN Secretariat for approval by the ASEAN Coordinating Council upon the recommendation of the Committee of Permanent Representatives. Number 4. The ASEAN Secretariat shall operate in accordance with the financial rules and procedures determined by the ASEAN Coordinating Council upon the recommendation of the Committee of Permanent Representatives. Chapter 10. Administration and Procedures. Article 31. Chairman of ASEAN. Number 1. The chairmanship of ASEAN shall rotate annually based on the alphabetical order of the English name of member state. Number 2. ASEAN shall have in a calendar year a single chairmanship by which the member state assuming the chairmanship shall chair. Letter A. The ASEAN Summit and related summit. Letter B. The ASEAN Coordinating Council. Letter C. The three ASEAN Community Council. Letter D. Where appropriate, the relevant ASEAN sectoral ministerial body and senior official. And letter E. The Committee of Permanent Representatives. Article 32. Rules of the Chairman of ASEAN. The member state holding the chairmanship of ASEAN shall, letter A, actively promote and enhance the interests and well-being of ASEAN, including efforts to build the ASEAN community through policy initiative coordination, consensus, and cooperation. Letter B. Ensure the neutrality of ASEAN. Letter C. Ensure an effective and timely response to urgent issue or crisis situation affecting ASEAN, including providing its good offenses and such other arrangements to immediately address these concerns. Letter D. Represent ASEAN in strengthening and promoting closer relations with external partners, and letter E. Carry out such other tasks and functions as may be mandated. Article 33. Diplomatic protocol and practices. ASEAN and its member states shall adhere to existing diplomatic protocol and practices in the conduct of all activities relating to ASEAN. Any challenges shall be approached by the ASEAN Coordinating Council upon the recommendation of the Committees of Permanent Representatives. Article 34. Working language of ASEAN. The working language of ASEAN shall be English. Chapter 11. Identity and symbols. Article 35. ASEAN identities. ASEAN shall promote its common ASEAN identity and a sense of belonging amongst its people in order to achieve its shared destinies, goals, and values. Article 36. ASEAN motto. The ASEAN motto shall be one vision, one identity, one communities. Article 37. ASEAN flag. The ASEAN flag shall be as shown in Annex 3. Article 38. ASEAN emblem. The ASEAN emblem shall be as shown in Annex 4. Article 39. ASEAN Day. The 8th of August shall be observed as ASEAN Day. Article 40. ASEAN Anthem. ASEAN shall have an anthem. Chapter 12. External relation. Article 41. Conduct of external relation. Number 1. ASEAN shall develop friendly relations and mutually beneficial dialogues, cooperation and participation with country and sub-regional, regionals and international organizations and institutions. Number 2. The external relations of ASEAN shall adhere to the purposes and principles set forth in these charters. Number 3. ASEAN shall be the primary driving force in a regional arrangement that is initiate and maintains its centrality in original cooperation and community building. Number 4. In the conduct of external relations of ASEAN, member states shall, on the basis of unities and solidarities, coordinate and endeavors to develop common position and pursue joint action. Number 5. A strategic policy direction of ASEAN external relations shall be set by the ASEAN Summit upon the recommendation of the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting. Number 6. The ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting shall ensure consistency and coherence in the conduct of ASEAN external relations. Number 7. ASEAN may conclude agreement with country or sub-regional, regional and international organizations and institutions. The procedures for including such agreements shall be prescribed by the ASEAN Coordinating Council in consultation with the ASEAN Community Council. Article 42. Dialogues coordinators. Number 1. Member states acting as country coordinators shall take turn to take overall responsibility in coordinating and promoting the interests of ASEAN in its relation with the relevant dialogue partners, regional and international organizations and institutions. Number 2. In relation with the external partners, the country coordinators shall enter earlier. Letter A. Represent ASEAN and enhance relations on the basis of mutual respect and equalities, in conformity with ASEAN principles. Letter B. Co-chair relevant meeting between ASEAN and external partners. And letter C. Base supported by the relevant ASEAN committees in shared countries and international organizations. Article 43. ASEAN Committee in shared countries and international organizations. Number 1. ASEAN Committee in shared countries may be established in non-ASEAN countries comprising heads of diplomatic mission of ASEAN member states. Similar committee may be established relating to international organizations. Such committees shall promote ASEAN interests and in identities in the host countries and international organizations. Number 2. The ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting shall determine the rules of procedure of such committees. Article 44. The status of external parties. Number 1. In conducting ASEAN external relations, the ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting may confer on an external parties the formal status of dialogue partners, sectoral dialogue partners, development partners, special observers, guests, or other status that may be established henceforth. Number 2. External party may be invited to ASEAN meetings or cooperative activities without being conferred any formal status in accordance with the rule of procedures. Article 45. Relation with the United Nations system and other international organizations and institutions. Number 1. ASEAN may seek an appropriate status with the United Nations system as well as with other sub-regional or regional international organizations and institutions. Number 2. The ASEAN Coordinating Council shall decide on the participation of ASEAN in other sub-regional, regional, international organizations and institutions. Article 46. Accreditation of non-ASEAN member states of ASEAN. Non-ASEAN member states and relevant intergovernmental organizations may appoint an accredited ambassadors to ASEAN. The ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting shall decide on such accreditation. Article 13. General and final provision. Article 47. Signatures, ratification, depository, and entry into force. Number 1. This charter shall be signed by all ASEAN member states. Number 2. This ASEAN. Number 2. This charter shall be subject to ratification by all ASEAN member states in accordance with their respective internal procedures. Number 3. Instrument of ratification shall be deposited with the Secretary General of ASEAN, who shall promptly notify all member states of each deposit. Number 4. The charter shall enter into force on the 30 days following the date of a deposit of the 10th instrument of ratification with the Secretary General of ASEAN. Article 48. Amendments. Number 1. Any member state may propose amendment to the charters. Number 2. Proposed amendment to the charter shall be submitted by the ASEAN Coordinating Council by consensus to the ASEAN Summit for its decision. Number 3. Amendment to the charter agreed to by consensus by the ASEAN Summit shall be ratified by all member states in accordance with Article 47. Number 4. An amendment shall enter into force on the 30th day following the date of deposit of the last instrument of ratification with the Secretary General of ASEAN. Article 49. Terms of reference and rules of procedures. Unless otherwise provided for in these charters, the ASEAN Coordinating Councils shall determine the terms of reference and rules of procedure and shall ensure their consistency. Article 50. Revenues. This charter may be renewed 5 years after its entry into force or as otherwise determined by the ASEAN Summit. Article 51. Interpretation of the charters. Number 1. Upon the request of any member state, the interpretation of the charter shall be undertaken by the ASEAN Secretariat in accordance with the rules of procedures determined by the ASEAN Coordinating Council. Number 2. Any dispute arising from the interpretation of the charter shall be settled in accordance with the relevant provision in to 8. Number 3. Heading and a title used throughout the charter shall only be for the purpose of reference. Article 52. Legal continuities. Number 1. All treaties, convention, agreement, concords, declaration, protocol, and other ASEAN instruments which have been in effect before the entry into force of this charter shall continue to be valid. Number 2. In case of inconsistency between the rights and application of ASEAN member states under such instrument and this charter, the charter shall prevail. Article 53. Original text. The signed original text of this charter in English shall be deposited with the Secretary General of ASEAN, who shall provide a centered copy of each member state. Article 54. A registration of the ASEAN charters. These charters shall be registered by the Secretary General of ASEAN with the Secretariat of the United Nations pursuant to Article 102, Paragraph 1 of the Charter of the United Nations. Article 15. ASEAN assets. The assets and funds of the organization shall be vested in the name of ASEAN. Done in Singapore on the 20th days of November in the year 2007 in a single original in the English language.